If you are a fan of softball, then you are going to love the Fastpitch TV show. We're bringing you more interviews, more videos, and more product reviews than anyone else on the planet. Sit back and get ready. Here's the Fastpitch TV show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fastpitch TV show. Now, if you found our show on Facebook, MySpace, YouTube, or another video sharing site, please check out our website, www.fastpitch.tv. Now, it's not fastpitchtv.com, it's just fastpitch.tv. It's the place to find all of our past episodes, and it's the place to keep up with our future episodes too, so please check it out. Also visit our sponsor, SoftballJunk.com, and go to their website, SoftballJunk.com, of course. So check them out too, so they'll keep sponsoring us, and I appreciate everybody who does that. Now, last two episodes I've been telling you about SoftballCon. It was an event we were going to. I wanted you to come up and say hi to me if you were there. And amazing how many people did come up and say hi to me. A lot of people are watching the show. You know, we were seen in over 100 countries now. So I guess we're really starting to grow and get to the point that people know who we are. So that was a nice event. Actually, it was a great event. I mean, it's the first time they've had SoftballCon, but it was fantastic. They had great speakers. It was a great setup. They gave us a tour of the Louisville Slugger Museum. Got to go to the factory and watch them make bats. It was a great turnout for all, and they had a lot of people there for only planning it for a couple of months. Now, in this episode, I'm going to bring you an interview I did with the guy who really put it all together, Arron Fraker. So let's sit back and watch this episode, and then we'll come back and I'll tell you a little bit more about it.
Do you need a softball bat? Do you want to save $30? SoftballJunk.com is offering an additional $30 discount off the price of all non-sale softball bats on their website. That's right, $30. So the next time you buy a bat, go to SoftballJunk.com and enter the code FPTV30 during checkout. And wham! You just put a cool $30 in your pocket.
Well, Arron, thank you for taking the time, and thank you for having SoftballCon. This is like the first day, and I can tell you what, this is fantastic already, and this has a long future for it, I think.
Yeah, we're really excited. You know, we went out and got a great partner. It started from the beginning when you get a good partner like Louisville Slugger, you know, who has a great name in the history of not only baseball but softball as well. And so it started with that, and you know, trying to build off of that and the recognition they have, and know that we have great speakers here, and that's what's brought a lot of people here.
And for you people watching out there, I know I've been pushing this as SoftballCon because this is a softball show, but a lot of you have kids that play baseball too, and your BaseballCon here is going on at the same time. And if that's as good as the softball part, which I bet it is, then this is a heck of a, you could come, and the thing about it is, they're kids here too. Yeah. It's not just coaches. A lot of these I go to are just coaches. There was more kids in that last one than there were coaches.
Yeah, that was one of the unique things we thought we would add to this conference is there's too many good speakers here, former athletes, you know, that played either pro fast pitch or Major League Baseball that are great people that we want to put in front of these kids. I mean, that's a great audience for them, and we just said it's a natural fit that if we're going to have coaches here to listen to that, you know, why not have high school athletes here to hear the stories of these athletes that progressed from, you know, college softball onto some of them Team USA or maybe the pro fast pitch, and on the baseball side the same thing. So we're super excited about having athletes here as well.
Now, how did you come up with the concept? I mean, how did this start? Were you just sitting there and you said, hey, we just need another softball baseball conference? How did this come about?
Well, to be honest, I used to play baseball growing up as a kid, and left the sport for, you know, after college, 15 years. And God blessed me with two boys, and now I'm back into coaching. And with that, I tried to start looking for education for myself, because I think, you know, all of us who teach the game, whether it be baseball, softball, doesn't matter, soccer, volleyball, it's our duty when we're teaching kids to be the best we can be, because their experience that they get, you know, from that coaching is what's going to, you know, determine whether they keep playing it or not. So we looked for something like this, and in our part of the country here in the Midwest, it didn't exist. So we said, let's go get a great partner. That's when we went to Louisville Slugger and said, we have this great idea. You're involved in baseball and softball products. Let's do both. Let's not make softball the stepchild of baseball, which, you know, was very important to us. Anything we've done for baseball, we're doing the same thing for softball, and we've got great speakers on both sides. And we couldn't be any more excited about this first year.
And just in case we haven't said, this is in Louisville, Kentucky. So just in case you're wondering where this is at, because I don't know if we've said that.
Yeah,
So this is in Louisville, Kentucky. You plan on doing this next year?
Yeah, and it will stay in Louisville, Kentucky, obviously with Louisville Slugger being the partner. We have a great venue right here in downtown Louisville. There's plenty of hotels for as we, when we grow this thing. There's great entertainment. Like tonight, we're going to have an awesome social activity where everybody gets to go to Slugger Museum. They get a free tour of the bat factory. They actually can go to the batting cages at the museum, pick up whether it be hardwood or aluminum or composite softball and baseball bats that can get in the cage. There's baseball and fast pitch cages set up tonight. We're going to have food and fun, and we're going to have a little educational session as well. So it's just a good home for this event, and we hope to continue to draw from all over the country over the next few years.
And then today and tomorrow has just been one clinic after another. We've had hardly found time to have this interview.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just back to back to back to back. I mean.
Yeah, we've had we're on our third clinic already, and we've been here not 3 hours. So we've got a lot of great vendors too. The people in between the little clinics, they're jumping in there checking out our vendors. This year we had over 20-something vendors, and nearly we're pushing 300 attendees in the first year, and we hope to have more in the future.
When did y'all start putting this together? I mean, really? Because if I remember correctly, this was put together pretty quick.
Yeah, that was the challenge. It's kind of hard to believe what if we would have had a 12-month period, but we've only been working on this project for 2.5 months. So
yeah, so for 2.5 months, this is a heck of a turnout.
Yeah, it's a grassroots thing. I mean, and we our company's based here in Louisville, and we started right here with Louisville Slugger, and it's a grassroots thing that we reached out to. Primarily it's a 4-state audience this year: Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Tennessee. But there's no doubt in my mind that as this thing grows, we'll start to reach other states.
Well, it's perfect time. I mean, it's right before high school, right before select start, and this is a perfect time for coaches to get refreshed and learn new drills.
Yeah, it's definitely, we thought about the different times. We looked at, November, December. People get into the holiday mode, so we said, let's be January, because I know with my travel team, we start practicing right after the holidays, and we thought, that's when people are back together with their teams. Instead of just talking about it in the fall, they're back together. They're practicing indoors or outdoors, depending on what state you're from. But here in Louisville, people are in indoor mode for about 2 more months, and then tournaments. I said this to our kids the other day, tournament play starts in less than 8 weeks. We're going to be on the field. So we think it's a great time.
Well, like I said, what I liked about it was the fact it was coaches and players. Because I go to so many coaches, or I go to so many kids, but I rarely go to ones at this caliber of speakers that are for both.
Right, and I think the unique thing is there are lots of clinics for kids, and they all bring their own bats, and they all bring their own gloves. But what I like about this, and I think as kids get used to the format, is it's more educational. They're sitting in a classroom, more like school, but they're hearing somebody who's passionate about hitting or whatever it is they're teaching actually teach what's behind all that, rather than just the kids swinging a bat, swinging a bat, swinging a bat. Sometimes I think we need to sit back and listen and take all that in, and then the next time we do go swing the bat, we're applying that, So that's the unique part about this conference.
Now, if someone's interested in finding out information for this for next year or the year after or wherever, what's the website?
The website is SoftballCon.
That's a confusing website.
The website is SoftballCon.net.
There you go.
SoftballCon.net.
Yeah, that con, you kind of want to say com. Yeah.
It's a little tricky.
It
but
is tricky.
And the con is short for conference or convention.
That's a great website, too. You put together a good-looking website. It's a good-looking logo.
Yeah, we want it to be somewhat of a media site. I mean, we're not at fastpitch.tv level yet, but we want to have cool videos just like you do. And
well, you're going to have a bunch of them soon from me.
That's great.
Yeah, you're going to have a bunch. Well, I want to thank you for inviting our cameras out here to do this and taking the time to talk to an audience. And I'm telling you guys, I've only been here 1 day so far, but this is definitely worth coming to if you can come next year. I'm just telling you, the speakers, the classroom sizes are great. It's not, we're not having 500,000 people in there.
Yeah.
That last class had 20 people in there to have a Team USA player teaching you how to hit.
That's
and all the kids were right in front there asking questions.
We want it to be intimate like that. We want to put people close, because you go to these classes of 200-300 people, nobody wants to ask a question. So.
And they were asking questions, the kids even.
The more intimate, the better, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us and letting us come out and film.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed the interview with Arron. And like I said, that was just to get you prepped and ready for the shows coming up, really. Because I filmed so many shows. I had carte blanche to film anything I wanted to film and as much of it. So I got a few interviews, but I got an awful lot of clinics. And I'm talking about clinic after clinic after clinic. I was there 2 days filming one clinic after another. That's all I did. Clinic, clinic, clinic. It was a busy time. I've shot more footage there than I've ever shot at any event I've ever been to. So this is going to be I guess the next few months are going to be SoftballCon shows is what it's going to be. Because like I said, I have so much footage to show you of so many great clinics. And don't forget to check out their website at softballcon.net, like Arron said. Now, I want to make sure that if you have an iPhone or a Google phone, G phone, Android phone, whatever, you know about our app for the phones, just go to the App Store on your phone and search Fastpitch or Softball, and we'll probably come up pretty close to the top. So show us some love and get our app there. It does cost $1.95, but what a great way to help support the show. And don't forget to check out our website, like I said earlier, at fastpitch.tv. Become a fan of the show on Facebook at facebook.com/fastpitchtv, and follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/fastpitchtv. Well, that's it for today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, starting next week, one SoftballCon show after the other. Thanks for watching. What is it you wanted to tell me, Arron?
Well, I've got something special for you, Gary. We really appreciate you coming here to Louisville to join us for our first ever SoftballCon event. And on behalf of Jam Brands and Louisville Slugger, we have this bat for you with your name inscribed right there on the bat, as well as the SoftballCon logo, an official Louisville Slugger.
You know, after seeing these made last night in the museum, this is really pretty cool.
Yeah, those are cool.
I mean, now I know how they even put the name on there and everything.
You got to see how it works.
I mean, they actually burn this in there. That's really cool. I really do like this. This is really neat. I really appreciate that.
Thank you for coming.
Hey, you know what? And I'm saying this to you guys out there. This is a great event. I'm not just saying that because Arron's here. The people that came to this event got their money as much as any event I've ever been, and it was the first year they've had this. So I can guarantee you next year, and y'all having this again next year, right?
Yep.
When y'all have this next year, this is definitely something. And I'm not even talking if you're in this area that's worth coming to. For this being weekend, I don't care where you're at. If you can get here, this is something worth coming to. If it's good next year, as it was this year, but I have a feeling it'll be better.
It'll be better.
But thanks again, Arron. I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Thank you.